Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Zoom Huddle Up. We're into week 4. I believe we're zooming right along on our challenge, and I hope everybody's remembering to weigh in every week. Now, when I say weigh in, that does not mean that I think you ought to put your weight on the wall. That's not it. You don't put your weight on Facebook. You don't put your weight on the wall. You don't put your weight on our team wall. But what you do is you log in, and on the main challenge page, there's some little tabs across the top, kind of in the left-hand center, actually. And it's where you can go to your team wall or whatever. There's one that's called Weigh In. And once a week, you need to make sure that you click there and enter your weight, because we want to keep a log. We want to keep track of how much weight we lose. Another thing that you can do is you want to make sure that you measure and record your waist measurement on a regular basis. A lot of people are talking about today in the past couple of days on the wall about they're on a plateau, or they're not losing any weight or whatever. And a lot of us are using our Fitbit. We're doing a lot of exercise, more than we might have if we hadn't got our Fitbits. So one thing I want you to remember about balancing your weight and your exercise and about body metabolism is this. Over the years, I have realized that, and I have learned that our body goes through cycles when we're losing weight. You'll lose weight, and that's usually at the beginning of whatever food program, whatever diet you're on. You're going to lose weight the first week, and a little bit the second week, but not as much. Then you're going to not lose any the third week. But if you'll take your measurements, you will notice that you have lost inches. And it kind of like follows the cycle of your metabolism and everything, where we're wanting to keep your metabolism in that fat burning zone. You'll lose weight, and then as you level off, you'll lose inches. Then you'll lose a little more weight, and then you'll lose inches. And then you'll lose a little more weight, and then you'll lose inches. It's those parts of the cycle where you maintain, you stay the same, that it's so dang dangerous, because that's when the triggers seem to affect us more. When we walk into the grocery store and the only thing we can smell is the bakery, or we walk by some candy that our husband bought and we never would have smelled it before, but because our weight was maintained, it's like that chocolate just permeates the whole room, and it's like, so hard to not have it. And then the stinking thinking creeps in, and we say, oh, well, I didn't lose anyway. I may as well have it. And of course, once we do that, then we're taking ourselves out of fat burning, and then we have to start the cycle all over again. It takes 3 days to get in fat burning. So and this is, Megan, what I wrote on answer to your post today about, when you're doing really good and you retire and you drink wine. That's not going to hurt you. You're so close to your ideal weight anyway. But really, it's something that most of us really need to make the choice. Do I really want that wine or that piece of pie or that little dessert or whatever it is that's tempting us at the time? Do we really want that? Do we really want to reach our goal? I mean, bottom line, just bite the bullet and let's get to our goal. Here's what happens. You're in a fat burning state and you lose weight. And then you're going to level out, give your body a chance to acclimate to it. That's when your body starts firming up, and that's why you lose inches. See, you've got these fat cells. They're always there. And once you develop a fat cell, you've got it for the rest of your life. It will never disappear. What happens is this cell is filled with fat, right? So as you burn fat, the cell gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. There's just this little cell there with no fat in it. And as you burn that fat, then your body acclimates to that cell and firms it and tightens it up. That's the way it works with your muscle tissue too. All cells work the same. So it takes time to lose weight, but then it takes time to firm up, and so on and so forth as we go down toward our goal. So think about this. You have lost some weight, and all of a sudden you're on this little plateau, and you're tired, and you're hungry and you decided, oh, what the hell, I'm going to go ahead and have that ice cream, or I'm going to have that glass of wine, or it's just a little cup of food down. You know, what can that little bit hurt me? And so we have it. Well, when we have it, here's our metabolism chugging along, and then all of a sudden our blood sugar shoots up. Now, anytime we eat high carbohydrates, whether it's sugar, white starches, potatoes, rice, pasta, any of that white stuff, anytime we eat that, it's going to boost our blood sugar above the basal metabolism line. Remember the sumo wrestlers. It's just like anything you put in your body that's above that basal metabolism line, it's going to turn to fat. There's no way for your body to burn that, so it's going to store it. It's going to store it in terms of fat. 10,000 years ago, this was a good idea because you needed that body fat because there was going to be some days when you might not find any food at all except maybe picking a few grains or berries or something. So you needed those days when your blood sugar shot up and you produced fat in your body. We don't need this now because there is no famine for us nowadays. I mean, food is accessible. Readily accessible. And the bad news is it's usually processed food that our body has a hard time digesting and assimilating anyway, so we're like compounding the problem. So we're here we are, we've lost weight, and then we're on a plateau and we drink that glass of wine or have that ice cream or have that little piece of cake or whatever, and our blood sugar shoots up and recreate fat. How long does it take to get into fat burning?
3 days.
3 days. So and all of us, well, not all of us, but a lot of us that are on this tonight use Metafast meal replacements. And we know that if we're in fat burning, as long as we're keeping those Metafast meal replacements going, we're going to lose weight. I mean, it just happens. If you don't cheat, you're going to lose weight. But what if you have that glass of wine or you have that whatever it is that's off plan that you're going to eat? Here's what I like to think. Donna, is it worth $10 to do that? Is it worth $10 and is it worth 3 days? Because that's pretty much what it is. If I have a glass of wine, I love it. I enjoy it. If I have a cup of ice cream, I love it. I enjoy it. I savor every bite. Yum, yum, yum. And then it takes me 3 days to get back into the fat burning. Now, Metafast is about $10 or $11 a day. I haven't figured it out lately because they had that little price increase. It's probably more closer to $11 a day for your 5 Metafast meals. So day, I'm not in fat burning this day. Second day, I'm not in fat burning this day. I'm finally getting into fat burning. That's 3 days and $30 that it's taken me to get back on track. Now, that's the way a lot of people lose weight. That's the way a lot of people do it. They make that choice. But as my team, I want you to know that you are sabotaging your efforts. We are sabotaging our efforts if we have that kind of stinking thinking. So tonight, we're going to talk about how do we identify and set our goal that in a way they become so important to us and our why becomes such a visual image for us that we know what we want and why we want it, that when that wine or that cake or that pasta or those potatoes or whatever it is comes up to us, we're going to be able to say, thank you, but not now. We're not saying no. Because we're going to get it one of these days once we've lost our weight, right? Because nothing is off limit once we've reached our goal weight, because we got more muscle than we have fat. Our body's going to be able to handle more calories, and we're going to be exercising, so we're going to be burning extra calories. So we're not saying, no, I'm never going to have dessert. No, I'm never going to have this. No, I'm never going to have that. What we're going to say to our friends is, I don't think I'll have any tonight, or I don't think I'll have any right now, but it looks delicious. But in our mind, we're going to say no, because I don't want it to take me 3 days and $30 to get my weight off. So my question to you tonight is, how are your choices to commit to optimal health impacting others? You know, we're talking a lot on the challenge this week about surrounding ourselves with like-minded people and helping others and having an environment of support and all that kind of stuff. But I know that when I would tell my friends, oh, I can't have any of that because I'm on a diet, they would say, oh, it's just a little old piece. Just take a little piece because it's so good. You're going to love it. And then you're right, but don't worry about it. And I could let myself get into that kind of stinking thinking. They don't really respect the fact that I'm trying to lose weight and get healthy. Dadgummit. And they don't realize that I'm not as strong as they are in my commitment and the way I handle triggers. So rather than me avoiding all social situations where there's no food, I mean, that's not good because I'm going to just be depressed, right? I've got to be around my friends. I've got to have fun. I've got to do things. But I want the people supporting me to appreciate what I'm doing. So I don't tell people I'm on a diet anymore. That's a nasty word. That's like saying the F word, food. No, I don't say the diet word. It's a dirty 4-letter word. Instead, I say, I'm training for a marathon. They say, oh, you are? Wow. So we start talking about something else. In other words, I'm going to focus them away from the word diet and onto what my goal is. I'm going to run in the 5K, and I'm really in training right now. Do you know nobody disrespects that? Nobody. Now, they disrespect us if we say we're on a diet. So let's just get that word out of our whole vocabulary. Let's don't use it. You're saying, I'm choosing not to eat that right now because I'm in training. Oh, what are you training for? Oh, I've joined a women's soccer league, and I've got to be able to run 5 miles without stopping. So, when you're in training, that people respect that. So sometimes we have to be tricky in the way we get people to support us. So I hope that helps you realize about how others can impact your commitment to optimal health. The other thing I want to ask you is, are you still fixating on a number on the scale? I'm going to repeat that. Are you still fixating on a number on the scale? Or are we actually focusing on creating healthy habits that will improve all areas of our life? Now that's kind of hard to take, isn't it? Because we do. We focus on the scale. And that scale doesn't help us reach our healthy goals. The only way that scale helps us reach our healthy goals is we step on it and we say, oh my God, I've got to do something. Because we're in that section of the BMI where we're severely obese, or we're overweight. And we're not into that green section of the BMI where we're at a healthy weight. So what that scale does for us is it's a reality check, and it lets us know that we are not at a healthy weight. Past that, the scale doesn't mean diddly squat. The scale is simply a tool to help us track our progress. So that's another way that we need to create healthy thoughts in our mind toward our weight and toward how we're going to focus and how we're going to visualize our goals. By moving from our fixation with weight, we're able to see the bigger picture of health and address the many factors that affect our health. Now, on the wall, one of the things that we read this week, they told us about a study. It might have been on the webinar. That was really good today. But they talked about a study that illustrates our emotional state and the quality of our relationships and how they have a direct impact on our health, suggesting that we should put just as much effort into our personal interactions as we do with nutrition and exercise. Here, Donna, I made some homemade key lime pie. Oh, God, that looks so good. But, girl, I got to tell you, I'm in training for a 10K, and I can't have it this time. Next time you fix it, you can cut me a piece, though. And then I go ahead and get my water. Here we go. Got it? That's what we do. We switch the conversation away from food, away from diet, and into whatever it is our goal is. Our goal might be you just went to the doctor and you got your lab results and your cholesterol was sky high. And your doctor said she's going to put you on meds. And you might say, oh my God, I cannot wait to eat that pie. But right now my doctor's got me on, I can't eat it because if I don't get my cholesterol down, I'm going to, and they'll say, oh, well, go ahead and have it. But anyway, You want them to know that you're making the choice because it's a healthy thing to do, but you don't want to insult their dessert. You want to thank them for it. You want to thank them for offering it to you. Then the other thing you want to do is every single time you go somewhere, to any event, whether the hostess says bring food or don't bring food, you always take a gift, right? Somebody invites you to a party, or well, you take a bottle of wine, or you take a dessert, or you take a little something with you. It's just kind of the nice thing to do. I take fruit. I take a vegetable plate. I cut up those bell peppers, those cute little rings, those little bitty bell peppers. They're so cute. You just pull out the insides and chop them into rings, and they're cute. And I break up the cauliflower, and so I've got bell pepper and cauliflower. I've got those little cherry tomatoes. Sometimes I'll squirt some low-fat ranch dip in there for people to dip it in. And I say, oh, I brought this for you. And they say, oh, thank you. Sometimes I'll fix shrimp. And that's a real hard one because I go to H-E-B and I buy the frozen shrimp in the bag that's already cooked. And I put it in a colander and I run hot water over it to thaw it out. And I pour it in the little dish that I have with a little cup in the middle, and I put some cocktail sauce in the cup. And I take the appetizer. And everybody loves shrimp. It doesn't matter whether it's a football party or a neighborhood party or what it is, but always take something that you can eat. That way, you know that you can take, the vegetables, and you can take the salad, and you can take a whole bunch of your shrimp, or you can take a whole bunch of your raw vegetables, and you can eat all night. So we want to think about how we surround ourselves and prepare ourselves for success, whether it's mental success, whether it's our friends and neighbors that are around us that are trying to put us around triggers that'll help us fall off our fueling plan, or whatever it is. Dr. A, when he wrote his book, well, he's written 3 of them, but the first one, The Habits of Health, is the big one. It's the Bible. It's got even the index in it. That's everything you'd ever want to read about health and nutrition. But he makes us think about a triangle. Now, did you know that they build bridges out of triangles? Look at any bridge, and the foundation of that bridge is going to have triangles. It's going to have triangles because this triangle is the strongest geometric figure that there is. And the same has to be true in our life. Spiritually speaking, we have body, mind, and spirit. And together, we are a whole, strong person. I like to think of it in terms of triangle as opposed to a circle. A circle just keeps rolling and picking up grass and stuff like that. I like to think of it in terms of what's my balance? What's my core? That's my faith. My faith, and then that's a healthy spirit, and then my healthy body and my healthy mind. Another way that you can look at it as far as the challenge is going when you're talking about the triangle, the healthy triangle, is you've got healthy eating here, and you've got healthy sleep here, and you've got healthy motion down here on the base, right? All right, so what happens if you fail on healthy sleep? It crashes, right? The power's not there if all we do is exercise and eat right. We've got to sleep right, cut the stress, give our body time to regenerate. Football coaches are learning more and more the importance of that day to give their players a chance to regenerate their bodies, where they go to they don't go to the weight room, they go to the room where the hot tubs are and relaxes their muscles, and they get massages, and they eat and they sleep and they give their body a chance to relax. And what they're finding out is this makes for less energy, less injuries. It makes for more energy for the players. Their next workout is always stronger because they're not so tired. So we want to keep these parts of our life, our exercise, our food, and our moving, balanced in the same amount of effort, I guess I could say. Okay, now uniting these triangles, supporting them is our support, and that's our family, our friends, our Meltdown Challenge group, because we want to surround ourselves with friends and mentors who help us create and promote positively. We want them to positively influence our goals. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you is about total energy expenditure. Everybody was supposed to figure theirs out this week. And I think there was, after we did last week's Zoom, there was a lot of, I think, confusion, a lack of clarity in why we figure out our TEE, our total energy expenditure. It's something that we have to be aware of and that we have to understand, because our body has to have food in order to survive. And food has a thermal effect. It burns, and depending on whether we're eating high glycemic or low glycemic determines the thermal effect of the food. Our basal metabolism rate is what it takes us to breathe and to our heart to beat and our circulation to work and our body to move and all of that stuff, just to make us create new cells and flush old cells away. It's life. And that's our basal metabolism rate. So we need to know that, because that's the point where we go from when we're determining how many calories we need. The number of calories we need is based on our weight, our current weight, and the exercise that we do, and the number 11, which there's some scientific reason for that number 11, and it takes 3 or 4 pages in Dr. A's book to understand it. But we just use the simple method. We just use the number 11. So you take your weight, you multiply that times 11, that gives you your total energy expenditure. Y'all all did that. And then you multiply it times 1.2, because those of us who are trying to lose weight, we're doing a little bit of exercise. We're 1.2. We're not up here at the 1.7 yet. Our body isn't ready for that. Let's rethink how we're using exercise. Exercise will not help us lose weight. Exercise will help us maintain. It'll help us firm up. It's good for our heart. It's good for our lungs. It's good for our skeletal system. The benefits are tremendous. It's not going to help us lose weight. So if you need to lose weight, use that TEE to know how fewer calories you need in order to lose weight. So that TEE is just, don't ever go above this or you're going to gain. Now, it's real easy to eat 1,000 calories. It's real easy to eat 1,000 calories. It's hard to just eat 1,000 calories, to figure and to calculate and to go to the store and make sure you have the food on hand that you can stay at about 1,000 calories. If your total energy expenditure is 1,500 calories, well, you're only going to be able to eat about 900 or 1,000 if you want to lose weight. If your total energy expenditure lets you have for your body weight and your structure and everything, well, I don't want mine to be as high as this, because I'm overweight. If I eat that many calories, I'll never lose weight. I'll stay the same. I won't gain if all I do is eat my total energy expenditure, but that's not what I want to do. I want to lose weight. So once I figure out what that total energy expenditure is, and I figured that out, and I've got my basal metabolism and my PAL and all that, and I figured it out according to the little formula that I gave y'all last week. We all have it. We have to think, what do I want? Do I want to maintain my weight and create more health by getting healthy sleep, healthy fuel in my body, and healthy exercise? That's one type of goal. If we need to lose weight, we're going to have to lower the amount of energy, the amount of fuel that we put in our body to keep it below the basal metabolism rate. If we keep it below the basal metabolism rate, where's the body going to get the extra fuel it needs, since you're not putting it in there every meal, every day? It's going to burn fat in our body. Now, those of us that are on MetaFast, it makes it easy, because all we do is every 2 hours we eat a MetaFast meal. Once a day we eat lean green. I mean, it's simple. You don't have to think about it. Now, what's hard about it is you have to do it. And when you eat off plan, it's going to throw you out, and it makes it really, really hard, because you have to be disciplined. But it's easy because you don't have to think about it. You just eat it. It's not always what you want. Many, many times I don't want a brownie, I don't want a bar, I don't want another shake. But what's the alternative? Staying fat. So I do it. Now, those of you who are counting calories, that are using 1,500 calories or 1,200 calories a day, and you're making sure that you're fueling your body small meals throughout the day, and you're breaking your calories up about 200 for breakfast, 100 mid-morning, about 200 or 300 for lunch, about 100, and then your dinner, and then another 100 before you go to bed at night, you know, a small piece of fruit or whatever. And you're looking, you're studying, you're seeing how much calories are in food, you're counting your condiments and all of these things that add those hidden calories, and you're losing weight too because you're keeping your calories around 1,200 calories a day. And if your total energy expenditure is at 22,000 calories a day, then you're creating the gap. You're taking in fewer calories than your body needs. So you're going to be burning fat. Does that make sense? Okay, now here's where the TEA comes in. Once you are at your ideal weight, and you don't have any roll of fat around your middle, or you don't have a roll of fat on your arms, or back behind your bra, or wherever the fat is on your body, and that has been lost, you may still be flabby, but the fat is not there, okay? Then we are going to slowly increase our calories. That is called transition. And as we slowly increase our calories, we're going to start that by first adding a piece of fruit every day. That's the healthiest way, to add a piece of fruit. Then add extra vegetables. Instead of just having vegetables that one lean and green, have vegetables that are two lean and greens, 3 or 4 ounces and 3 servings of vegetables, and then at dinner 3 or 4 ounces and 3 servings of vegetables. So we're kind of tilting and playing with the type of calories that go into our body. We're going to transition. And then, well, I sure must be talking a lot. And then as we increase our calories, what are we also doing? We're increasing our exercise. Remember, calories in, calories out. So if we're putting more calories in, we've got to burn up more calories, right? Because everything's got to stay below that basal metabolism. Now, here's what's going to happen. As we start increasing our calories slowly, we're eventually going to get it up to that TEE. The number of calories that you figure, once you're down to say 140 or 135 pounds, and you figured out for your bone structure, that's what your healthy weight is, or you're 120, Megan, or you're 140, and you're in that healthy weight, then figure your TEE for maintenance and slowly start increasing your calories and increasing your exercise until you have found balance again. And you're probably going to be eating anywhere between 18, some people I know only get to eat 1,800, 2,000 calories a day. Other people who work out more, who enjoy exercise more, may eat 2,500 calories a day. None of us will ever get back to the place where we were when we were teenagers, I'm sorry, where we could get by 4,000 calories a day because our thermal energy was just so much higher. We had so much more muscle tissue, we could eat more calories. But those days are gone, girls. I hate to tell you that. Okay, the last thing, and I'm almost out of time, I'm going to go to share my screen. Whoa, I cannot minimize Zoom, okay? Somewhere I'm going to go to share my screen. There it is. Going to share my screen. Now I can do this. And I'm going to show you a structural tension chart. And I'm going to send you all this document. When I send it to you, make sure that you save it on your computer or print it out and use that printout copy as your master copy, because you're going to use this structural tension chart every week. You're going to use it and then throw it away and then get another one and then throw it away, because as you progress toward your goal, your goals are going to change. You're going to update and reevaluate. Now, there's all kinds of structural tension charts you can do. One of them that I think is extremely important is a structural tension chart that gives you your why. Why do you want to get healthy? What is the number one reason? If it's a bathing suit, take a picture of it. That is your why. It's that bathing suit you want to get into it. Is it that you want to run in a 5K? Take a picture of somebody running. Visualize what that person who can run a 5K or a 10K looks like. How lean are they? How How fit are they? What do we need to do to get to what we want? For me, the first time I lost my weight, I didn't want to be the fat mama walking down the aisle at the wedding. I cut the dress out that I wanted. I wanted it to be a size 6. There it was. I looked at it every day, and when I wanted a glass of wine, or I wanted some ice cream, or I wanted this or that, I saw that dress. I wanted that more than the glass of wine. I wanted that more than that ice cream. The second time, then I lost like 130 pounds, and I gained 30 of it back. And then my grandkids started coming. Well, I wanted to be able to crawl around and go to the playground and get up and down and go with them and all that kind of stuff. So I lost weight again. Got that weight off because I had a vision. I pictured the playground. I saw myself go to fit my butt on that slide, that little kid slide, and slide down the slide with them. It was such a powerful vision. Nothing could make me not reach my goal. So this week I'm going to challenge you. What is your why? Some people's why may be, I don't want to die. Because we've got, heart disease in your family, or this in your family, or that in your family, or we just want to be healthy. Make that picture so big that nothing can keep you away from what you want. Now, that's your big why. But another structural tension that you do is little bitty goals. Like it may be lose 10 pounds. That's kind of how the challenge does. It helps you break those goals up into little bite-sized pieces. So I might need to lose 10 pounds. Maybe I want it to be that I want to be able to do 10 push-ups. Oh, God, be able to do that. But anyway, whatever it is that I really, really want to do, that's my desired outcome. Now, what is my current reality? Well, my current reality is snacking and alcohol interrupts my goal. Step number 3, write the desired outcome and the current reality on your chart and simultaneously visualize it in your mind. Then write down the action steps and then write down the due dates. And it takes you into a cycle of success. So here's mine. My goal and vision is I want to be 140 pounds with, not a 32. I want to be a 28. That's too close to where I am. I want to be a 28-inch waist. At 140 pounds, I can be a 28-inch waist. That is my goal. But I can't get there tomorrow. What I can do instead is lose 10 pounds at a time. So how am I going to do it? Well, I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to write this down on the paper. I'm going to stay on the 5 and 1, or if you're doing 6 daily fuelings, whichever you put. And then I'm going to check it off every day that I accomplished that. I'm going to set my goal, and then I'm going to say, did I accomplish it? Did I accomplish it? I'm going to exit out if I screwed up, but I'm going to have a record of what I did. The second thing I want to do to help me reach my goal is I want to walk 3 to 5 days a week. Now, I don't have to walk the same days every week, so I put them all down there. I can walk on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check the ones that I do. I want to stretch daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As we get older, we need to stretch every day. That's really critical to our optimal health, so I put that down. I'm going to put down that I wanted adequate sleep. So my goal is to turn off my computer and TV at 10 o'clock. Did I do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I'm going to check it, because this is written down. I want to drink 10 bottles of water a day. I'm going to check the days off that I did it. I'm going to record my weight on 10/12. I'm going to record my weight. It's a progress. It's a process. And every day there's goals that we make. But here's the thing. It is written down. Okay? So we know where we want to go. Now, what are the steps that it's going to take to get there? So you can put your goal or your vision, a big, like a dream board, what you really want, or it can be a smaller goal. You can deal with sleep. You can deal with exercise. You can deal with friendships. You can deal with kindness. You can, whatever area of your life it is that you want to work on, you can put that on this structural tension chart. And it is so powerful when we write our goals down. So with that being said, can't do that. Do you want? No. Okay. So I am going to stop the share and come back to our screen. And I think we're about out of time. So does anybody have any quick questions? Sylvia, are you awake? She's asleep. Okay, she can watch the recording. Does anybody have any questions? It must have been a really boring meeting. Anybody have any questions or comments? I want to thank y'all all for coming here tonight. Unmute yourself. Hey, she's awake now. Hey, Sylvia. Okay, everybody unmute and let's do the Walton good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, Sylvia. Good night, Judy. Good night, Megan. Good night, Brenna. See y'all on the board. Oh, did y'all see that we were in 7th place for a little while? So contact your friends that are on the challenge. Remind them to log in and post every day so that we can be a winner. Well, we're winners anyway. Love y'all. Good night.
Good night.